Welcome to USARK Florida News. Our top story, Lacey Act Amendments. U.S. Senator Marco Rubio, Republican of Florida, has reintroduced Lacey Act Amendments to the U.S. Senate, which pose a grave threat to the rights of animal owners. The proposed legislation seeks to establish a federal whitelist for interstate animal movement and importation. Pet owners could be barred from relocating across state lines with their pets, and even the rescue of animals could become a federal offense. Zoos would also face dire consequences. Though it is called a whitelist, the default effect would be to blacklist animals, requiring each species to be explicitly placed on a federal exemption list for legal importation. Violators would face federal prosecution, while unelected bureaucrats would wield increased power. Take action by signing the petition at don'tblacklistpets.com to voice your opposition to Senator Rubio's bill. The FWC Non-Native Species Technical Assistance Group, or TAG, meeting will take place on June 21st through 22nd in Tampa. The meeting comes amidst continued controversy surrounding FWC's management of non-natives. FWC appointed representatives of animal keepers, pet industry, environmental groups, animal rights activists, and government agencies to the TAG. According to FWC Non-Native Species Coordinator Sarah Funck, objectives of this meeting include refining a tier structure, improving risk determination processes, and identifying approaches to prioritize species for risk assessment. USARK Florida's involvement played a crucial role at the recent FWC Commission meeting, where stakeholders voiced opposition to the whitelist proposals. The Commission decided to hold off voting for draft rules. A highlight of this TAG meeting will be a presentation by USARK President Phil Goss on June 22nd. FWC has appointed Colonel Roger Young as the new executive director, replacing former director Eric Sutton, who left to join real estate developer the Garcia Companies, and acting director Thomas Eason, who presided over FWC at the time of the Holy Thursday Massacre. Young earned a degree in social science with a focus on environmental studies from FSU. He worked in the Southwest region for 24 years, serving as regional commander for 6 of those before being appointed head of law enforcement in Tallahassee. In conversations with USARK Florida, Young emphasized his history of working with industry and expressed an interest in steering FWC in a new direction. FWC Chairman Rodney Barreto said the decision to hold off on voting on the controversial whitelist rules for non-native species will allow Young to be involved in the process. This development presents an opportunity for potential changes and improvements under Young's leadership. In a successful auction held at Repticon Tampa, participants and donors contributed to raising an impressive $17,500 in support of USARK Florida. The funds raised will play a vital role in safeguarding the future of reptile keeping in Florida. With continued efforts to advocate for reptiles and reptile keepers, USARK Florida urges support in holding FWC accountable through its lawsuit. The auction's success highlights the collective commitment to protecting the interests of all animal keepers in Florida. A new law increasing penalties for illegal possession, release, escape, or sale of venomous reptiles will take effect on July 1st after being signed by Governor Ron DeSantis. At the request of USARK Florida, amendments were made so that the penalties for release apply only to non-native venomous species, thus allowing research and humane relocation of native species to continue. This law makes the escape of a venomous reptile due to gross negligence a Level 4 felony violation. Reptile keepers' concerns with this law include the lack of specificity in defining gross negligence and the expansion of FWC's power. Jack Vicente, the owner of Agritoxins, a company supplying venom to the medical industry for anti-venom production, expressed concern that the law may negatively impact his business and discourage others from entering the field. Florida Today reports that a federally threatened American crocodile, typically found in extreme southern Florida, made several appearances at Melbourne Beach in Brevard County, over 200 miles north of its usual range. This 9-foot croc was chosen by FWC researchers to be one of 12 individuals to be tagged with a GPS transmitter to track its movements. The Miami Herald reports that this same croc surprised Satellite Beach residents by appearing in a neighborhood, being sighted in a driveway before it sought refuge in a culvert pipe. FWC dispatched a licensed alligator trapper to relocate the crocodile. During the removal process, the transmitter was dislodged. The The croc was released without the tracking device, causing its current location to be unknown. This setback hinders ongoing research efforts for this species. U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is the lead agency responsible for managing federally listed species like the American crocodile. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. Also, we'd love to hear your feedback on these news stories, so leave a comment down below. You can join USARK Florida at usarkfl.org. Thank you.